Hi, this is Jason with Violet Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. This time we're taking a look at the Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man Super Articulated with Wall Hanging Web from the Hasbro Spider-Man 3 toy line from 2007. So the first thing we're going to do is take a closer look at the figure. Alright, so taking a look at this guy, the first thing with him is he has, amazing articulation. I mean, he's got so many points of articulation, it's almost too much. He's got numerous, he's got the ball joint of the shoulders, he can rotate, above the bicep, he's got two elbow joints, he's got a wrist joint, he's got two knee joints, he's got a swivel at the knee, he's got an ankle joint, so he can actually tilt at the angles. I mean, he's got waist articulation. I mean, it's basically with this guy, it's almost too much. The way he looks, there's some of his features like his kneecaps and his where his hips like come to his waist, where they're almost too thin, and some of his joints are so small and they're so loose that he has a hard time standing. It definitely takes some patience to get this guy to stand. Specifically with his ankles, they tilt back and forth, and you almost can have issues with even getting him to stand. I like the sculpt of his left hand, so he can definitely use his web feature, which I'll show in a second. I like how they have him where he's got his his hand where he's like going to be shooting out his web, and the overall detail of this guy is just top notch. I mean, the way they have the webbing on the suit, the way that he's got the little the pattern in his leg. I mean, they went all out with this figure. It's just that I think that the articulation is a little bit too much. Alright, so with this guy, basically he has a wall web that it just looks like this. It's got 4 suction cups on it, and basically you can stick it on a wall or a window, and he can, with his left hand, you can actually have him hold on to it, and I'll just kind of have him grab onto it and kind of hang it above his head. But I mean, nothing major. I mean, probably every Spider-Man figure ever has had this, where you can kind of just have them hang from stuff. And that's really the basic thing that it can do. I mean, there's nothing really amazing about it. Just like with the Venom figure, it just seems like it was just, they needed to find a reason to give him something else, because they didn't want to just put the figure. And I definitely think the figure is the star here with all the articulation. And like I said, you can see he's having issues even standing. He looks like he's going to fall over. And that's just with, there's just almost too much articulation on this guy. Alright, and here we have him next to the Venom figure from the Spider-Man 3 toy line, so you can definitely see the size comparison. Venom's a little bit bigger, a little bit bulkier, which is the way it should be, specific in the comics. Just like in the Venom video, I definitely don't think they really showed the size difference as much in the movie, but I mean, the toy, you can definitely see it. The Spider-Man figure is really cool. He has so much articulation. You can put him in an incredible amount of poses. It's just with some of the joints are loose and they're so thin and weak that he doesn't seem to stand, or you definitely have to kind of play with him and get that weight balance down. And also, just like with the Venom figure, I mean, this is just kind of a waste. I mean, they just kind of threw that in there to give him something else. There's nothing. I don't think it adds to the figure at all. I don't think you need it, but I mean, it's nothing fantastic. The figure, it is the star, which is the way it should be. But once again, with Jason with Violet Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.